Hello students, I am going to teach you today the poem Village Song written by Sarojini Naidu. The poem Village Song by Sarojini Naidu portrays the life of a village girl who had to fetch water from a long distance regardless of exhaustion and danger that she had to face. In the first four lines of the poem, the poet mentions how the girl laments over the long distance she had to walk with her pitchers, that means pot, filled with water. Then the girl assures herself not to get distracted by the songs of the boatman as it was getting late for her to return. In the fifth to seventh line, the girl remarks about the fall of the darkness and the cries of nocturnal birds, the birds which appears at night. It indicates that the night is approaching. The girl becomes wary and thinks that she might be bitten by a snake and die there on the spot. In the 8th, 9th, and the 10th lines, the girl wonders how her family would react if she does not return home on time. She fears that her mother would weep and pray to God to protect her. In the next four lines, she compares the nightfall to Jamuna river. Just like the river, she says that the night runs deep and dark. Then, in the last four lines, she again mentions that what would happen to her if a storm comes. She says that if God does not protect her, she would be struck by a lightning and would die there. So this is a typical Indian poem written by Sarojini Naidu, and this poem, brings or deals with the traditional Indian village living style and the attachment of a young girl to her family. Sarojini Naidu very beautifully illustrates the story of a village girl who has gone to fetch water far away from her home, and fear the created in her mind when it's dark mixed with cries of owl and crane birds. So in this poem, Sarojini Naidu, she's as very well known in India. She's known as the Nightingale of India because of her mesmerizing poetry. Let us just directly go and explain the lines. Even today, in the first lines, even today, one of the back-breaking chores of village women in India and some other country is the fetching of water from long distances. In Rajasthan, you have seen many ladies used to go far away with pots and pots on their head to get water. So water facility is very difficult in places, some of the remote places in India. Here poet talks about such a situation where the girl in the poem goes far away to fetch water from a river. Full are my pitchers and far to carry, lone is the way and long, why oh why was I tempted to tarry, lured by the boatman's song. The girl is at the riverside for drawing water. There are many pitchers with her. There are many pitchers that and a far to carry. She tells she has to walk long distance getting the water, fill the pitchers to reach her house. Then she complains to self that why is she attracted by the song of the boatman? The time is almost evening, it's dark and everywhere. So the next stanza, swiftly the shadows of night are falling, here oh here is the white crane calling, is it the wild owl's cry? It is getting very dark. She can hear the white crane bird is crying. Then she hears the crying sounds of owl. This entire situation makes her feel more fear because it is getting dark. Next stanza. There are no tender beams to moonbeams to light me. If in the darkness a serpent comes and bite me, or if an evil spirit should smite me, Ram Re Ram, I shall die. There were no moonlight to pay her way to home. Even a tender moonbeam could give her a relief from the fear. As she lives in a village, the footpath is not much clean and plain. Thus she fears if the serpent means snake, should bite her, or if evil spirit consumes her, haunts her, she is calling to God, God, Ram, please come and be a savior of mine, save me and protect me. The next lines of the poem. My brother will murmur, Even why don't she linger? That means why my sister is late. My mother will wait and weep. Her mother will be waiting and weeping, thinking why the daughter has not returned, saying, "Oh, save me, the great God, bring her." So the mother would be chanting the name of God, requesting God to send her as soon as possible. The Jamuna's water rushed by so quickly. You can understand the river water runs very fast at night. The tide of the current of water is very fast at night. The shadows of evening gather so thickly, that means it's getting evening, and she's afraid to go home because her road is lonely and long, full of dark forests. Ghosts can come and attack her, thunders may fall on her, lightning may fall on her, she could get a snake in front of her. A lot of fear she has. Like blackbirds in the sky, the evenings have gathered now. Suppose I am talking to you. If I put my hand in front of the camera, can you see me? No, right? I'll become dark, yes or no? Similarly, the blackbirds, as if the blackbirds comes in the sky, it gives a black shadow and the light is blocked. Similarly, the blanket of darkness is coming over the earth, and the evening is falling, and everything is getting darker and darker. If the storm breaks, what will protect me? Save, oh God, save me from the lightning. Where shall I hide me? So she's fearful. She's a typical Indian woman who is not so much individualistic. Unless thou succor my footstep and guide me. Thou means, oh God, please succor my footstep, guide my footstep, protect me. Ram re Ram, I shall die. If you don't save me, I shall die. So, at last her mind is thinking about herself, how she would go if the storm breaks. If the lightning falls, where she will hide. So her fear was increasing as she has no roof. She's calling her God again and again to protect her footsteps and guide her to reach her home. So this poem is written by Sarojini Naidu, and this poem talks about a girl's, lack of independence. Indian girls were always dependent in the past few years with the parents, okay, dependent on the parents. Now it's a different scenario. They are very independent. They are going to do all of the works which a man can do. But this poem is written and set of a time where ladies were very not independent but dependent. They used to walk far away to fetch water, and it is a very difficult journey back home because pots are heavy. Pitcher means pot, and they have to bring back home. So in very short, what I'm trying to tell you is that the girl went to get water from river Jamuna, and she heard a song of the boatman, and she was so attracted by the song that she forgot the time and she got delayed. As she was alone now, she's afraid to go back home because she thinks that the road is lonely, long, it's between a forest, and she has to carry pitchers. What if the snake comes and bite her? What if ghosts may come in front of her? What if the thunder, lightning falls on her? So she's one and again calling her God to protect her. Ram re Ram, I shall die if you don't protect me. She's remembering and cursing also herself. Why did she delay? Why did she delay? She also was thinking what her mom and her mother and her brother would be thinking, that why my sister is delaying, why she's not coming. So this is a typical Indian women demonstrated or portrayed by the words of Sarojini Naidu. This poem is called a village song because this poem is very lyrical. You can sing this poem as a song. So that's why she have not made the poem title as village poem. She wrote it song because it can be sang as a song. I hope you have understood this video. This video will tell you the story of what Sarojini Naidu has said in her poem The Village Song. It's about a typical Indian village girl who is very dependent, who don't have her individuality, and who is always take the responsibility of the family. But when she sees the both men singing songs, she forgot to go back home. Okay, so you can understand how she was afraid to go back home and what are the complexities she's going through. Okay, so I hope you understood this poem. Good luck, and I'll be uploading more videos for you to make you understand your prose pieces and poetry. So thank you so much. Please watch my video, like it and comment it. Comment it with your name and roll number so that I can make it as an attendance. Okay, you must like, comment, and in the comment not only you say how you like the video, also mention your name and roll number so that I get more encouragement and I can upload more prose explanation and poetry explanation. And yes, do not forget to subscribe. I'll get more inspiration then. You are my student, so you should do that for me. Thank you so much.